of the Mind Flip.
Welcome to Theatre of the Mind Flayer, a D&D play podcast set in the homebrewed world of Jekyll. We've got 2 DMs for some reason, which can only mean twice the fun. So sit back, relax, and enjoy your time at
Theatre of the Mind Flip.
Welcome to Theatre of the Mind Flayer. Welcome to our Hell one-shot. Where'd you go, Cotton Eye Joe? I'm here with Caleb Dowdall.
Hello, how are you doing, Jake?
I'm good, and he's sitting all the way over there. Why are you sitting all the way over
I can't
there?
see it from over here. I'm sitting over here because I am a player and not the guy who hits record on the other side of the DM screen.
Yay, for once. We're here with Michael Briganti.
Hello, it does sound different getting Caleb from one and Jacob from the other.
Stereo. You got DMs in stereo. You got Danielle Butlin.
Hello, hello.
How you doing? Sorry. I thought you were going to talk longer, so I took a drink.
No, just greeting. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. And we also have 2 very special guests. We have someone who's brand new to D&D and someone who's been playing with us for a little while. Was Luke's first death in campaign. We have Linden, Porco. Hello. I said that correctly, yeah?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Good. And we also have Jackson Berlin.
Good afternoon.
Welcome. How y'all doing? Welcome to Theatre of the Mind Flayer. We're going to play some D&D.
Fantastic.
Lyndon, you've only just started playing D&D with us like 6 months ago or something?
Yeah. It's been amazing. I loved it. I was
You
skeptical to get into it at first, and then once I started,
Skeptical to get into D&D or skeptical to get into D&D with us?
well, there's a bit of mixture of both for sure, but
R.I.P. Astaroth as well.
yes,
Very
yes.
sad.
Well, that was definitely hit home for sure. That was a lot of fun, but got to create a new character, and I think I'm loving it even more. So.
We'll jump back in that at one point. Jackson, welcome to D&D.
Thank you for having me.
That's all right. You have any experience with D&D or
0.
just what we've been kind of
I think I've
going on
watched
about?
Vox Machina, and that's about
the series.
as close
That's
as I have come.
Nice. Well, I mean, it's very good.
It's pretty close.
Well, like the podcast version or like
No,
the show?
animated
show
series.
on,
Yeah.
Netflix or Prime? No, Prime.
We're really jumping in the deep end here on a
Perfect.
podcast. Yeah.
At the deep end.
Lyndon's already got the musical reference in.
We have Linden on.
There we go.
No, there's 2 of them.
Yes, we are going to jump straight into this absolute nonsense. We are going to jump straight on in. We are going to begin our adventure on just off the far eastern coast of Fiona. No more than a day or so since we left the adventuring crew that have yet to be named. We come to our ship. We find the front of the hull filled with powder kegs. We find Captain Aureus, Fibbers, the crew standing there, hands on hips, a little bit concerned. We see a familiar Githzerai, turn her head and say, "Yes, this will get you there. Quick smart, of course."
So we light her up, or?
You light her up and get ready to make a deal. You'll be in hell in no time.
If it had been anyone else saying this to me, Quadina, I'd have me doubts. But
I agree there, Fibbers. If it's anyone but Quadina, then we'd have a problem. But Quadina, I follow her letter to the law.
never sent us astray.
Of course.
Isn't
of
that
course.
right, Captain?
Absolutely. And who are we doing this for?
Cotton Eye Joe.
Sounds weird coming out of your mouth like that.
We're coming for you, Cotton Eye Joe.
Coming for you, Cotton Eye Joe. Quadina turns around. She has a distant look in her eyes and she says, "I'll see some of you again soon." And the crew kind of looks around, frowning. You see Milsa, the drow. You see Broadback, the orc, kind of concerned. She looks at you, Fibbers, and just kind of takes your hand and says, "May you and your squiddies travel well. And do me a favor. Tell the one known as Tulgish I said hello."
Is it a friend of yours, Quadina, down in hell?
She just walks past you, up the stairs. Classic Quadina.
God, I love that woman, so I do.
As she walks up the steps, you hear her mutter something arcane, and you hear a fizzing. And she is gone from the ship.
We'll have to save her in a one-shot at some stage.
Another multiplayer one-shot. Well, Fibbers, I guess there's nothing else for it. We trust Quadina.
I guess, Captain.
I don't know why, but we trust her. Bombs away, I guess.
Fibbers will pull out a match, I guess, out of his pocket? Is there there's like a fuse to light for this?
There appears to be a number of powder kegs. Your black powder kegs for the cannons kind of sit together. Broadback has strung a bit of rope that's been soaked in like a whiskey or something.
Okay, perfect.
Through them. As you kind of grab a match and a matchbook, can you describe for everyone here what Fibbers McGee looks like?
So Fibbers is...
Sorry, Linden, that's his name.
So I just realized you guys don't know these characters, but this is a long-standing character in our campaign. Fibbers McGee is like a dirty pirate, big black beard, but in his beard are two like squirming squids. Even if you look at this figurine, actually, it's like a mind flayer. It's like a Cthulhu type look he has because his beard is made of these squids. He's like squat and smelly, but he's got a nice kind smile on him, Fibbers McGee.
As we see Fibbers McGee, we also see Captain Aureus, a small gnome individual who has a tricord hat. He has like a rapier on his side. He is the captain of this vessel. We see a drow, a dark elf with white hair. She's the cannoneer. And an orc, a big tall orc called Broadback, brother of another character from another campaign.
Shout out Dex.
Yeah, what does Fibbers McGee do?
Yeah, Fibbers McGee takes one last look at the ocean, breathes in the salt in the air, and then he throws the match into the...
As the match kind of flips in the air there, it goes out and just lands. You probably shouldn't throw it. You probably should just walk up and light it. Throwing matches, it doesn't really...
You know.
No, you're right. We'll give it one more
It's been a
go.
while since we went on our own adventure. It seems like we're always ferrying other people around.
I feel like we could do our own
things.
adventure, just the two of us.
Picture on.
Fibbers then reaches in, grabs another match, and more delicately walks over and lights the barrels, I guess.
Much the same as our Mission Impossible credits, as the fuse lights, it sizzles along. Freeze frame, Caleb Dowdall. Freeze frame, Danielle Butlin. Freeze frame, Michael Briganti. Freeze frame, Linden, Porco. Freeze frame, Jackson Berlin. Freeze frame, Jacob Machin. Tom Cruise is in here somewhere as well. As the fuse
Next guest.
goes back towards the kegs, there is a moment of silence. And then much the same as a vessel a long time ago, not identical, but a loud and the front of the ship bursts open and water starts pouring in. As water starts pouring in, the ship begins to sink straight away. As water starts rushing past you, Fibbers McGee, the captain, Broadback Milsey, you watch as the captain gets flung to the back of the ship and the ship starts to sink. As it starts to sink, all this water rushing through, Captain Aureus is...
I will cast water breathing on the 10 nearest crewmates.
Yeah, what does that
me.
look like when you cast this spell?
The squids in Fibbers' beard like detach and start to like squirt out this ink, and it starts to color the water around him up to the distance of 10 people around. And it starts to coalesce on their skin as it like surrounds them, and then they're able to breathe underwater.
Excellent. As you guys breathe, the ship sinks and sinks and sinks, and it seems to plummet faster and faster and faster. As it plummets faster and faster into the black abyss, the water pressure builds and builds and builds to crushing point, and then it releases. And you breathe. The ship continues to plummet, but you no longer feel like you're heading down. You feel like you're heading straight. And as the water rushes past, the water becomes dark. And as the water becomes dark, you swear you see faces flying past you. As that happens, the ship starts to lift. And you feel the water begin to feel like it is viscous, it is thick, and every now and then you're buffeted, you're clipped by something solid, something corporeal. As that happens, can you go ahead for me? I need you to roll something. I need you to roll a intelligence saving throw for me. Ooh, that's a nat 20, 17, beautiful. That's a fail.
But it was a beautiful fail. A beautiful fail.
As that happens, you are going to take a tidy 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 3, 6, 9, 6, 12. 12 points of psychic damage as these screams rocket your little noggin. As this happens, you watch as Milsa kind of clutches her head, starts to kind of drool a little bit and crumples to the lower deck. As the ship breaches out top of this river, the ship breaches the river Styx. In front of you, as you look out over the first layer of hell, Avernus, you would see, as I bring up the gosh darn map, you would see as the ship breaches the river Styx, in front of you is a wasteland. It is incredibly hot, humid. You are instantly sweating as these dark spirits kind of drip off the boat here. You can see off in the distance a hellscape of unimaginable length and size. It seems to shift as you look at it, like you're looking at it through haze. And as you look, you can see in front of you, as the river curves, this dark, viscous river curves, you can see on the horizon these enormous mountain peaks that seem to shift and move. You can see off to your left-hand side what appears to be taller than the Burj Khalifa, over 2,000 feet tall easily, a stack of skulls. You see dozens of tiny little creatures that seem to be carrying skulls, flying along and plopping them on top of this huge pyramid of skulls. The skulls must be so old because you can see at the very bottom almost prehistoric dinosaur skulls that seem to evolve into other creatures and eventually humanoids up towards the top there. As you look around, you can see an enormous pit that drops away into nothingness. On the horizon, coming around from those mountains, you would see a large kind of icy structure that seems incredibly reflective. You can also see, as you look around, this strange, enormous volcanic structure that seems to be half shaven off at the top there. You see magma, or lava rather, pouring out from the top of it that seems to fill a valley that is right below this beautiful, beautiful, terrifying bronze cathedral in the center there. Looking around, you can see that there are creatures screeching along. They seem to have large, horrific kind of torn wings. You can hear the sounds of screams, the sound of fighting, the sound of bubbling, the sound of fire. And as you look around and you feel this heat, Captain Aureus looks at you with a look you haven't seen before, a look of fear from Captain Aureus. He looks at you and he says, "Oh, fuck, I think we may be in way over our head." And as he says heads, there is a from the back of the ship. As you turn around,
I thought that was going somewhere else.
We're all thinking it.
as you turn around, you look behind you. There is an enormous structure behind you. It starts in a point, a curved point, that kind of curves out and builds into this wide tomahawk shape at about 450 feet tall. It is carving through the ground, and where it carves, the river seems to follow. As this enormous ship kind of hooked into the ground clips the back of your boat, the boat launches and surges out over the side there. This enormous structure curves, firing fire down upon a battlefield that you cannot see, a battlefield filled with demons and devils in eternal battle. As it curves away from you, this terrifying grinding, this as it moves away, your ship lurches and bumps up onto the bank of the river Styx. The ship launches forward and clips what looks to be large hooked bones and an enormous ribcage, and the bow of your ship, already torn away by the cannon fire, wedges under there, and you all fall to the deck. At the edge of the river Styx is an individual who has maybe a vial or a corked stopper glass item. And Bob, here at the edge of the river Styx, doing your duty, you very carefully scoop up the liquid that comes from the river Styx. Careful not to get it on your fingers. And you stop up the cork there. Ow, ow, ow. As that happens, a wooden vessel that you would remember from the material plane launches out from the river Styx, splashing souls everywhere. As it does, you see the enormous flying fortress of Zariel behind it, clips it, and it comes screaming towards you. You barely have time to do anything. What would you like to do as this ship jumps up onto the land and screeches towards you?
I'm going to take the little bucket that I'm holding and with the water and scurry my feet along. Just
Excellent. It's coming at you like Prometheus style, and you barely have time to dive in front of one of those rib cages before it smashes to a halt right there.
I drop the bucket, dive to my right, behind whatever sort of shelter I can get into, and peek over my shoulder and see that it's within striking range of the middle of my head.
Yeah.
I just look in awe and what in the how is that?
You hear voices coming from it.
Is everybody okay? Captain, we not be in Fiona anymore.
Yeah, no fucking shit, Fibbers. We know exactly where we are.
Milsa's gone down. We should check on her.
Go ahead and make a medicine check as you run to Milsa.
18.
Milsa appears to have her brain scrambled. She is kind of drooling. Her eyes are kind of unfocused. Captain Aureus kind of drops and says, Fibbers, get me smelling salts immediately.
Captain.
And I whip out some smelling salts that I have in my
Nice.
jacket.
Snatches them from you, cracks them in front of her nose.
Fibbers do on his own.
No luck at all, unfortunately. It's at this point that you hear, and you hear this weird, sloppy, wet noise coming from behind you. With that noise comes a screech, a number of screeches that seem to come from high above. This screeching and this bubbling draws the attention of someone. Bastian, you know that the River Styx is a prime place for demons to show up, but you also know that's often where innocent souls are brought to this place. In one of your patrols, you see just off in the distance a ship breaching. Zariel's ship clipping it. You see, Bob, would you like to describe yourself? What Bastian sees as you dart away from it?
What I see or describe?
What your character looks like, yeah.
My character looks small, but also wide.
So far I have Bob, short, wide.
Bob Chode.
Please keep going.
Wearing some sort of leather armor, holding on, having on his back a crossbow as well as two daggers, just in clips on his side. Mostly brown clothing, but also just a hint of that special fall feeling.
A bit of sweater weather,
from the fall
pumpkin
catalog.
spice.
Yeah. Bastian, would you like to describe, introduce yourself, and let me know as you hear shouts coming from that ship, smelling salts now, and you see Bob there kind of darting behind the rib cage. Would you like to describe and introduce yourself and let me know what you're doing?
Yeah, so you would see, Bob would probably see it first, sort of Bastian's attention has been piqued by this ship coming about and everything, so he's kind of paying attention to that area, and you see a fairly large 6'2" individual, fully clad in
Jackson,
metal.
that's large, 6'2". Okay.
I said fairly large. He's a larger guy. And
Some of that height.
so he's not short and he's not wide. He's tall and fairly muscular as well. The shape of his body, but he's
boyfriend
fully,
dick size.
He's fully encased in metal. You would have to look hard to see any sort of skin. He's indeed a warforged, and you would see under kind of like a hood, you would just see kind of blue glowing eyes that's sort of scanning the horizon in the boat. It's difficult to know whether he's wearing armor or if in fact like he's just made of armor. But either way, the metal that you do see would be very coarse and like tattered, rusty. You get the impression that he might have been in this environment for quite some time. Over his chest, he's got a sort of muted blue fabric that runs down and is kind of tucked under his belt and drapes over the front and the back. And he also wears a cape that is the same color. All of that material is, again, tattered and stained and scorched. His hood is up, and he carries on his left arm, you would see a sort of rounded shield that's chipped and beaten, and on his side you would see not a maul, because I decided otherwise, but you would see what's the big beady stick? What's that called?
Big beady stick.
The beady stick. A mace. You would see a mace kind of hanging by his side. And he sort of stands with purpose, and he's sort of devout and has he carries himself very well. And so as he kind of sees the ship, he kind of pulls his hood back, and on the top of his head, you would see it sort of as if he was wearing a helmet, like a full face helmet that was kind of put up on the top of his head, but it's attached to his head. And he kind of grabs it and places it down over his face, kind of Optimus Prime style when he engages
Iron
in battle
Man
mode.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
And he pulls out his mace, and he just starts running. You probably wouldn't hear anything he has to say yet, but he starts kind of a jog towards the...
As he starts running towards this ship on the side of the river there, we would notice pulling itself out of the river Styx, not too far from the ship, a very large creature. It appears to have 3 clawed fingers. Enormous clawed fingers, and as it kind of pulls itself up, we can see spiked scales on it, huge shoulders. Its face seems to be part of its neck, like it's pressed in, like someone's gotten a lizard and just kind of squashed its face into its neck. It has this large maw with sharp teeth and these wide kind of slit eyes. As it pulls itself out, you watch as it kind of shakes off the ichor there. As it shakes off the ichor, some of that dark black ichor sprays all over the place and makes an awkward bubbling, sizzling sound as it hits things. This is not stuff from the river Styx. This seems to be some substance that came off this creature. As it pulls itself up, it seems to sniff the air and kind of looks at the nearest thing that's making noise, and it appears to be this ship. As it pulls itself up and out, we meet an individual that has possibly taken down a fair few of these things. A lost individual, a big, scary individual, a strong individual. Hamish, would you like to describe and introduce yourself as this strange ship has kind of launched itself out from the river Styx where souls come from? You see a number of individuals running from it, running towards it, but you do see a large beast that looks to be about to try and prey on whoever came from this ship.
All right, I've been perched up here watching the ship roll in, and it's something different from what we've seen before in this land. I've been here for longer than I can remember. Battle axe strapped to me back, a couple of hand axes on me sides, and a javelin that I've yet to use. Seeing this creature come up, I feel that hate well up inside me. I know why I'm here, and I accept that fate. But whoever's on that ship, they're something different. And they may need help, or they may need putting down. But either way, I'm going to find a way to get myself involved.
Excellent. You start making your way towards this potential encounter. As you're making your way towards it, the sound of screaming and monsters and screeching and bubbling is a mainstay here in Avernus. You may have found ways of navigating them. There are safe places, there are quiet places, there are pleasant places. You know someone, Bob, that has made it his business to make a pleasant place at a cost. We meet our final individual on the side of the river Styx. I'm not sure what she's doing, but at her feet is a large black flat coin that seems to have red cracks through it. And it seems to whisper, cry. And as this soul coin sits in front of you, you know these are valuable here. Talgish, would you like to describe and introduce yourself, please?
If you were looking in that direction, you would see a sort of cloaked figure just sitting cross-legged by the side of the sticks, kind of half in daydream, half in, you can't quite tell if she's like paying attention to something very closely or paying attention to absolutely nothing at all. She sort of looks if you turned your head, you'd almost think that she was see-through looking at her from your peripheral vision. And you can only really see her clearly if you're looking straight on. Even then, it's a slight sort of blur, as though she's there but not really there. And yeah, that's about all you can see of her. You just sort of a little cloaked blob almost sitting by the river. And yeah, she leans down and grabs the coin.
As you pick it up, this feeling of sorrow and angst just kind of sits like Frodo with the ring. Seems to sit just below your neck, just in the middle of your chest there. As you pick it up, its sorrow and pain and death seem to twist your mind and your head and your body towards this ship breaching and hitting this rib cage of an enormous animal long, long since dead. And for each of you, Bob, Talgish, Bastian, Hamish, a glimmer of the material plane is here. One that you know will be set upon pretty quickly if it's found. And as this enormous creature starts to pull itself up out of the river and lumber its way towards the ship, we cut back to Fibbers and Aureus. You know my build-up, so I need to circumnavigate them. Aureus is kind of looking down at Milsa. The smelling salts aren't working.
Captain, I've never seen anything like this.
Broadback, pick her up, take her down bottom there. As Broadback scoops up Milsa and kind of takes her down. You're both standing on the deck here. The heat, these strange winged creatures flying around, screeching. This volcano, this huge moving vehicle, this huge bronze cathedral. You're in hell, boy.
Captain, I thought it'd be easier than this. I thought there'd be like a signpost or something. There's a lot going on here now, and I don't know.
Have you tried calling out to Cotton Eye Joe?
Cotton Eye Joe.
As the rest of you hear, Cotton Eye Joe! You watch as the big creature hears Cotton Eye Joe! And it immediately starts to lumber towards the rear of the ship. Now we're going to go ahead and roll initiative.
Captain, do you hear that?
I do. We're fucked. Okay, so 25 to 20. 20 to 15?
17.
Okay, so a 19 for Hamish. 17 for Bastian. 15 to 10. All right. 10 to 5.
8.
9.
Not great.
Okay. I got to remember everyone's names. Bob, of course. Who got 8?
Oh.
Fibbs. And our good friend, Talgish. Excellent. Oh, you're going to get some chewing out of this. I love it.
Caleb's not even helping himself. He's just doing it right in mic.
So, at the very top of the round, here's how it works, Jackson. And for those listening who haven't played D&D before, you get to, on your initiative count, you get to move, you get to use an action and a bonus action. If you look at your character sheet there, I don't know how much of this you know, but see the tab that's kind of
Big
underlined?
old goose egg. That's
Excellent.
how much I know.
So you see where it says actions?
Yes.
All, you've got your great axe, your hand axe, your javelin, your unarmed strike, your breath weapon. If you click on bonus actions, that'll tell you what you can do as a bonus action, which for you as a barbarian, you would rage, which would give you extra damage. You can then frenzy as a bonus to that, which means you can make another attack as a bonus action, but you get exhaustion afterwards. Basically, as a barbarian, you would want to get into battle as quickly as possible. Your foot speed is 40 feet, which means you can move 8 squares, 8 hexagons, essentially, or 8 squares, which you can jump up and play with. You can then use your attack action. You can attack twice as an action, and then as a bonus action, you can choose what you want to do. So let's just start with getting you there. So what do you do if you want to describe for me yourself heading on in there?
beginning up on me perch, what I'm going to do is jump down and attempt to get right in front of that creature and attempt to slow it down from reaching the ship.
Excellent.
My number one
Priority.
point of priority
Excellent.
is to get in its way and
Beautiful.
immediately eliminate its movement.
So excellent. You are going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. You get right up in front of it. As you get right up in front of it, it does have this blackened ichor coming off it and immediately turns to you, the nearest form of resistance and movement. As you come right up on this creature, what would you like to do?
Hang on.
No rush.
I'll use my ice breath on it.
Nice. Ooh. As you inhale, you describe how you burst out that ice breath for me.
Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. Oh, it's all about flavor.
The deep guttural inhale.
There we go. He's great at this. We don't need to worry.
Expelling as much energy from my chest as I possibly can. I drive it down to sub-zero temperatures and blow every ounce of strength I have at the creature in front of me.
Excellent. As that breath weapon bursts out in a cone, in a cone shape, clips the side of the ships. You, Fibbers, would immediately be aware of this happening just over the stern of the ship there. You see next to your breath weapon, it says range. It says there's a C14 con. That means that you ask me for a Constitution saving throw, and my creature will make one. That is a that is a 16 plus a bunch of nonsense. So it saves as your ice comes out at it. However, you are going to roll 3d6, and it's going to take half that damage. If you need another one, you can. Oh, Jackson's first roll.
3 and a 4.
Yep.
And then roll another one of these again.
Yep.
2.
Okay.
Well, fuck.
Which is Michael?
Don't ask me. It's not my turn.
That's a sad 9.
No.
Human God.
4 plus 5 and 2?
3, 4, and 2, Michael.
Like
Is
said,
it
don't
9?
ask me. Yeah, sure. Good. You know what, Jackson? It's actually whatever you want.
He's
When they
terrible.
ask you, you just say whatever
Michael's
number.
terrible at this.
Even as a barbarian, I know basic math.
Yeah.
9.
9 points of damage halved to 4 because we round down in D&D. 4 points of ice damage to that creature as it takes that. You see the frost kind of come over it, but that ooze seems to secrete that those ice shards off it. That is your action. You have a bonus action here. You as a barbarian, as your bonus action, you can rage. That means you get so angry that you just end up being resistant to some damage. You can add extra damage to your attack, and you can go frenzy.
Probably better rage because I have a feeling when you get punched right in the fucking face after that fail of an ice breath.
What does it look like when you get angry? Yeah, it's all good. It's good.
Clenching my fists at my side, another deep inhale down into the very pit of my bones, and an angry scream erupts from my entire body as I go, blood red in the eyes, and the millennia of caked on dust from all of the soot and the burning in hell kind of flake off of me as I scream and ready myself for the creature's initial attack.
Excellent. Good stuff. The rest of you hear this scream, this roar, and we cut down to Bastion over the other side of the river there. What would you like to do?
Sebastian is clink, 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 clinking around.
Yeah.
And he comes to like a halt at the edge of the river. Is the river... What's the river made of? Is that
Jump in and
flowing
find
lava, or is that...
No, the river is made of this black, rushing, viscous material. You can almost see souls kind of... You can almost see just through their strange warped creatures trying to claw their way through, like you can look into the abyss itself and see demons trying to pull their way through. You gather you don't want to jump in this water.
I'll look, Bastion will look down and say, "Your souls are beyond saving." And then I'll close the gap of the river, kind of look around to see if there's any rocks to jump on. Can I
You
look
make a
around?
perception
Yeah.
check, yeah.
Nope. It's a 3.
No rocks, as far as you can tell. You're pretty confident that you may be able to jump, but where are we? Long jump. Oh, I should know this off by heart. Number of feet equal to your strength score, so you can jump 18 feet if you try.
Whoa. All right.
And there's our 30-foot ruler for anyone needing it.
All right. Yeah, so what I will do as he gets to the edge of the river, he'll pull out he already has his mace out. He'll hold his mace up to the sky-ish.
Yeah, the sky
Whatever
that
the
seems
hell
to have
sky is.
perpetual darkness and red flames and streaking meteors that just...
And he'll close his eyes and mutter a prayer and say, Daelyn Secht, help me save these lost souls through your light. And I will cast, what is the spell? Guiding Bolt on
the creature.
the creature. Yes.
Nice. You hear this arcane mutterance and this burst of light coming from over the river.
18?
18 will hit this creature.
Wow,
Yeah.
right. 6.
As this bolt of energy hits it, it begins to glow with this light, making it easier to see and indeed easier to hit.
D6.
Thanks for putting that on, Mike.
There you go. Just so we know we're sharing.
He's done it and now he's rolling.
All right.
He's rolled.
The dice, he's counting.
The one that he
we
got
know how.
from Linden.
Can someone double check Michael's counting, please?
16.
Can someone double count for him?
Jackson, do the maths there from
5, 6, 2, and 3.
Excellent. With a 16, this guiding bolt hits it. As it does, it kind of turns around. It is glowing now. It is easier to hit. Anything else you want to do there, Bastien?
Is it an action to jump?
It's part of your movement, essentially.
All right. I'm going to attempt to jump.
Excellent.
Close this gap.
For further reference, for future reference, if you jump as part of a run, you can make it. If you're doing a standing jump, you can jump half your length. But I'm happy to say that you can run, cast Guiding Bolt, and jump as you're doing it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, that's much cooler. Go ahead and make an athletics check for me real quick, please.
Oh, boy. My soul's going to be taken away. It's really not good. 7.
Okay. You leap and you watch as this robot, metallic, armored individual kind of jumps over the river Styx, hits the side, and immediately, like after a heroic landing, starts to do the whoa, 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 both hands out, waving as he starts to tilt and almost
my good part.
and that's where we're going to leave you there for this turn. Anything else you want to do? That's your movement. That's your action. Bonus action. You feel the you may it's 50-50 whether you fall backwards or not.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know how that. But no, that will be it.
Excellent. As we hear that screeching, we would see what looks to be a winged feminine creature with long black hair. You can see that she has, sorry, not long black hair, black shiny armor with red kind of tips on it, horns coming out the top of her helmet, pale white skin. She seems to have a long kind of whip or lash of sorts, a sword on her hip, and these beautiful red feathery wings as this creature begins to fly down. We're going to use this one here. As she begins to fly down, you can see her coming from over the top, just across the battlefield. You see her, Fibbers, in the distance. And as she starts to swoop down, she points her sword at the creature and just screeches out. You speak Infernal?
I speak Infernal.
Don't think so.
You speak Abyssal and Infernal.
Fibbers?
No, you speak Abyssal, yeah.
You're occupied just trying to keep your balance. I don't think it's going to be...
So, Bastion, you would just hear her calling out, fiend, as she calls that out. She's swooping down that way. You would recognize her as an Irenes, one of the higher up devils, not a leader, but quite a powerful, one of the more powerful demons, devils rather. You see as she swoops in, she kind of raises her sword, and you watch as these blobs of humanoid mass just come out from the ground there, and you would spot what appears to be two lemures-looking individuals who appear here as well, and they begin to sludge their way. That is her turn. Coming down to their turn, they are going to sludge their way over. This one here is going to sludge its way up the side of the deck there. And as it gets over, it lands right behind Captain Aureus. This one here sludges its way up. and lands here on the edge. Fibbers, do you want to check yourself on the board, please?
Oh, yeah.
This creature is going to immediately... No, that's moving in action. Yeah. That's going to be their turn. Beautiful, beautiful. As that happens, as the devils seem to swoop in on whatever's happening here, the demon being taken on by our good friend Hamish, we are going to cut down to the big creature in front of you. He is going to... The very large creature there is going to do two things. He is going to take 3 attacks. He's going to take 2 claw attacks. One's going to be at you there, Hamish. Does a 17 beat your armor class?
Yes, it does.
Okay. You are going to take 11 points of slashing damage. That is halved to 5 because you are raging. You are that angry that the damage doesn't hurt you. So see where your hit points are on the
Takes
top.
me down to 84.
Yeah, so if you click on the... Yeah, you can take it down to 84 or you can type in the number and it'll do it for you. The second claw is going to come out at you there, Bastion. That is a 16 to hit you.
Negative.
Okay, as it swipes out at you, it's then going to try and lunge and bite you. That is a 21 to hit you.
Oh, it just hits.
Okay, you are going to take a tidy 12 points of piercing damage. And can I go ahead and get a strength saving throw, please?
Yes, you can.
As its teeth sink into you, throws you ever so slightly off balance.
24.
And as you tilt back towards the river Styx, you...
sort of, as like would his teeth kind of like clank into like my shoulder, I sort of like, as I falling backwards, I sort of grab on. Does it have horns or something? Does it have something on his head?
No, it doesn't. It has that squished head, but you can grab onto its teeth.
Right, I'll grab onto like whatever I can grab onto,
Yeah.
maybe a tooth or like an
Yeah.
ear or something, and I'll kind of pull myself back up.
Beautiful. As you pull yourself back up, we come down to Bob, hiding behind that chunk of bone there, that weird rib cage. What would you like to do?
First off, I'm going to check the pail to see if it's still full of water.
Yeah, make
Priorities.
make just a
souls on
flat
yourself?
dexterity check for me. Just roll a d20 and add your dex modifier. So it'll be +0. 9. Okay, I'm gonna have some fun with you. Not only is the weird brackish water not in the pail, you seem to have splashed it on yourself a little bit.
You got soul on you.
Can I? No. This seems to have some of that nasty, darkened ichor to it.
Soul, Caleb. Eternal damnation soul.
Can you... There's way too much here. What am I looking for? Can you roll a D100 for me as this pail spills out? The water spills, but this sludge of darkness, this thick black demon ichor kind of spills out onto you with that dexterity check.
17.
17. For not the first time in your life, you are affected by demon ichor. You know to keep away from this stuff because when you get it on you, it warps you. One of your legs starts to grow longer than the other one. It starts to stretch and pop and you now have a leg that's, at least a foot longer than the other one.
Why is this? Okay, well, it looks like I'm just gonna hobble along here. What is going on? Interesting. Okay, well, this isn't normal.
Bob's such a chill guy. He's like, oh shit, okay.
I am going to hear all this commotion. Slowly make my way to where I can see because...
Excellent. So you can run underneath these rib cages here to see the back. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, I believe. So you're under this rib cage here. You can see these guys up on the deck there. You can see this fight at the rear.
Okay, how high is the boat?
The ship is about, because it's kind of sunken a little bit, it's about 15 feet above you.
Okay.
Yeah. But you can see everything that's happening on it.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, I'm basically just going to hold for opportunity of attack.
Okay, yeah, you're holding if something comes near you, or beautiful. Excellent. You're holding and you're watching what's happening here. Beautiful. Excellent. That is going to bring us down to Fibbers McGee on deck. What would you like to do?
I have a question about Eldritch Blast. You get 2 beams at a certain level. Can you shoot those independently of each other, or is it like 1 beam but that hits twice
No, you can fire them separately. Yeah.
at 2 different targets? Like, it doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's like magic missile. Like you pick where you want them to go to.
gotcha. Perfect. I should have read on. Fibbers is going to walk out in front or in between the 2 ooze.
Yeah. They're strange.
beings.
Fleshy blobs.
And the squids in his beard start to slide down his arms and attach and interlock themselves in between his fingers, and then they open their mouths and it like starts to light up inside, kind of like raises his palms and it's nearly like an Iron Man like blasters that he's now have, and he lets off at the same time without looking at either of them 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Yeah, go ahead and give me 2 attack rolls for as your Eldritch Blast bursts out.
The first is 8, 9, 10, 11.
11 will unfortunately... no, that will hit. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
And then the next one is 19.
Both of those are going to hit. Go ahead and roll me your separate damages there for the hits on those
first
strange
damage
fleshy blobs.
Is... Oh, where's my D10? First damage is 9 plus 4... 13.
13 points of damage. Nice.
And then 11 on the other one.
You watch as the one on this side here is immediately kind of blown away with 13 points of damage. The other one has been hit. It's looking pretty bad, but not terrible as it looks up at you.
Get off the Twilight, Jester.
Excellent.
That'll be my turn.
Beautiful. That's going to bring us down to Talgish. What would you like to do?
I'm on the other side of the river.
You're back here where your character is.
Great.
Over there.
Great. I'm gonna feeling drawn towards the ship. I'm gonna keep walking towards it.
Okay.
Do I recognize this bitch?
You don't recognize her, but you recognize her type. There are
Right.
dozens and dozens of these arañas around.
Yeah.
They usually command small legions of like
they're not
lemurs and
particularly high
imps.
up on the food chain. Or
They're pretty strong, but they're not
strong,
like
but not like
yeah,
they don't have like political.
they're not
influence.
influential. No. I mean,
Strong politically.
this one,
You know, like,
this one might.
no one's gonna really give a shit.
They don't have any pull in the Senate.
This one may.
I am the Senate.
This one may.
I don't know. You haven't taken the time to speak to her.
Or her.
That one's running for office, actually.
You can see she's got flyers in her hand.
Little badge on her chest.
Come see my friend's show.
No, I'm just gonna. How far away is she?
Grab the measuring stick out and take a look. What measurement are you looking for? Oh yeah, she's within 60 feet. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Great. I'm just gonna like stare at the back of her head, and I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver.
Okay, excellent. What's your saving
General
throw?
direction. Intelligence.
Intelligence. That is an 18 on the dice for a dirty 20, unfortunately. So that's a cantrip, so it does not hit. However, you do get her attention. She whips her head around to you. Excellent. Anything else you want to do there? Bonus action? Excellent. At the end of the round, you would see that keep walking towards. Excellent. You see that volcano not too far from you, kind of perpetually kind of oozing this lava. As we come back around to the top of the round, Hamish, this creature in front of you is glowing with this radiant light, making it much easier to see and hit. You would have advantage on your next attack roll if you were to hit it.
Before we do that, I have a question about what's going on around me. Is my little robot companion still teetering on the edge of that river?
You can see that he's settled himself. He is standing on the edge of the river, but he's no longer teetering.
Right
he
now
managed
I'm holding
to.
on to this.
He's holding on to the
jaws.
mouth of the creature that you hit. So the creature's kind of turned away from you. Also, the way that you're positioned, if this guy is an ally, you would have advantage on the attack anyway, because if you flank them, they don't know who to hit. So it's currently facing away from you.
Considering the fact that this creature's almost got my mate in his jaws, I figure it's about time I try and use a grappling pin to stick it to the ground as hard as I can to give this what appears to be some sort of a enlightened mage an opportunity to put it down for good.
Excellent. So what is it you would like to do?
I'm going to do a grappling pen.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me, this will be an athletics check with advantage because you are raging. So you roll 2 d20s, add whatever's beside your athletics to the highest roll. This creature is going to make something similar. It's a natural 20. Fuck.
6, a 13, and athletics is a +7, so that is 26.
24, even with a natural 20 and a 24, you managed to grab the rear of this creature. With your first attack, it is grappled, so it cannot move anywhere. You can choose to restrain it so that it can't. Headbutt. Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack roll with advantage, please.
Which dice?
So that's a d20 again. You see where it says unarmed strike down the bottom there? On your actions all, under your javelin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's just a d20 plus 7.
So it's a d20 plus 7. That's a 10 total.
A 10. A 10's not going to... As you go to headbutt it, it kind of shifts a little bit and you scrape along its hide there, and that second attack doesn't quite hit. What would you like to do? You've got your bonus action and your movement left. You've still got this thing held. Yeah.
Was that headbutt at advantage?
Yes, it was. Did you roll?
And I still messed up.
Still messed
That was a fucking terrible headbutt.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, now Ian McGregor's here too, right?
Am I able to use another one of those freeze breaths, or am I on a short rest for that one?
You need a short rest in order to do that again, yeah. But it is restrained. Both of you are restrained, but it is restrained now because of your grappler check. So you can, as a bonus action, really the only thing you can do is if you want to frenzy, go into a mindless rage, you can attack this thing one more time with another headbutt or a scratch, but you will get exhaustion once you finish.
What if I bite it?
You can bite it. Yeah. Go ahead.
Let's bite the bitch.
Yeah. You don't have it. It is restrained, but you were restrained as well. So I believe that cancels that out. Yeah. So just a flat roll for you, and add your +7.
D20.
D20 +7.
D20?
That is 8 and 7 is 15.
A 15 just misses, unfortunately. As you bite into it, its hide is really tough. It kind of swings around looking at you like, did you fucking bite me? Looking at its enormous maw. Anything else you want to do?
No, I think at this point they've exhausted my options.
Excellent. That brings us round to Bastion.
All right. Bastion, holding onto this creature, is going to kind of shove its mouth off of him.
Yeah.
And kind of pull up his mace. And, he's going to just swing down and try and club his foot with the first attack.
Yeah, you have advantage on this because your friend there is restraining it.
All right, I'll take it.
You're fucking welcome.
Not the best, but might do. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will absolutely hit.
All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna hit him.
Yes, please. Hit him in the butt. Do it. Punch him in the asshole.
Fuck. 7 points. I guess. Yeah, that's because the +2 is already added in the.
Yes.
Yeah. So 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, excellent.
And then for the second attack, hopefully it brings out a roar of this beast. I'm going to come up and try and
club it under the chin. Yeah, go ahead and give me another attack roll with advantage because still restrained.
Oh, it's a natural 20.
There we go. Go ahead.
Now I'll pump a smite into it.
Yes, excellent. A smite. Just a level 1.
I'm going to go level 2 because fuck it.
It's going to be 68, I believe.
Yeah.
That's a lot of 8s.
Love Paladin.
I believe it's 68. Smite, plus 1d8. And fiends.
Is it fiends or undead?
It's undead and fiends. So here's what you're going to do. So you're going to go 2d8 plus another d8 for level 2 plus another d8 for fiend. Doubled because you rolled a crit. So it's going to be 8d8. Plus your attack roll as well. Plus your mace.
Kill this guy, Michael.
2d6 and 8d8.
For the record, as a first ever time D&D player, I have never seen so many dice coming out on the table.
yeah.
Too many.
With this mace hit, second mace hit.
I need more. Yeah. I need 2 d8s.
We got
the destruction.
Just give him that
Gem?
Give him that metal one as well.
No one's well.
There you go. Hold on. Okay.
All right.
So you've got
8d8, right?
8d8 and 2d6 plus 6.
2d6. All right. So roll the d6.
Just roll everything.
Fine.
Dump it all
You
in
talked
there.
me into it.
We want to hear that clicky clack. Yeah!
Oh man, there's a few ones in there.
Oh
But,
man, that's all right. That's all right.
Uh,
You are on deck, Bob, after the creature's turns. So have a think about
Nice.
as you watch this huge uppercut as enormous barbarian kind of hugs it from behind.
Holy shit.
so that's 9 of bludgeoning. I don't know if Radiant takes other damage, but 9.
Okay. It's me and Baldur's Gate. Crit. Oh yeah.
Couple of ones.
33 points of damage of Radiant, plus 9 points of bludgeoning.
Beautiful. This huge divine smite, this godly energy bursts out. Immediately, the creature on the ship near you, Fibbers, the Araignées is looking at you, immediately swing towards that divine energy, and you would hear the Araignées say, "Warforged bastard." And she's making a beeline for that area there. Anything else you want to do there? This creature's looking pretty bad.
That was 2 attacks, so that's that. Bonus action? Do I have any? Nope, I'm not going to use anything from a bonus action. As Bastion sort of reels back from the hit, he'll look to this. I recognize this as like a demon.
Yeah, as opposed to a devil. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll just say, you demons are so not talkable to. Why won't you just discuss things? That's it. Intelligence is not a...
Yeah. The barbarian, like, pinning the creature, just kind of looks up at you with like a talk toable. Excellent. It's going to bring us to the Araignées. She is going to, with a flight speed of 60 feet, she is going to swoop across the battlefield here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. As she swoops past the 3 of you there, she knocks 3 arrows and just goes, and they go across the 3 of you, 1 at each of you.
Sweet.
Yeah. You, Bastion, as she fires that out, the arrow kind of swerves and clips the creature that's preying on Aureus. As it hits that creature with her nat 1, it is going to take 7, 8, 9, 10 points of damage, and that creature just...
Nice.
she frowns as the other arrow
think she'd be on
finds
our
its
side.
way into 8 and 8 is 16, is just going to hit the creature that is fighting you guys. That's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 16,
seems to
17,
be-
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 points of damage to the creature
killed her
between you
own
two.
friend.
It's looking pretty bad, that creature. 6, 7, 8, beautiful. And then the third arrow comes at you, Bastion. That is a 16 plus, so that's a 24 to hit you.
Damn it. Yes.
And you are going to take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of piercing damage. And 8, 19 points of poison damage.
Oh my god.
I'm resistant to poison.
So halve that to 9.
9.
Excellent. As it hits you, make a Constitution saving throw. Can you be poisoned at all? Immunity to poison?
Constructed. It's just resistance.
Okay, yeah. So I need a Constitution saving throw, please. Yeah.
I'm pretty good at those.
As that arrow strikes you.
Natural 20 for 27.
Yeah, the poison does not affect you. You still take that damage as she kind of swoops out over the top. She kind of hovers there above you. She looks down and she says, "Leave these lands. The souls are ours. The souls on this ship and the souls in the river."
You don't even know how these. You don't
I
even
haven't
know
finished
how these
talking.
souls got
I haven't finished
here.
talking. Filthy construct. Okay, now you may go.
You don't even know how these souls got here.
Looks down at you, Hamish, and says, "Did he say something stupid like untalk-toable?"
Oh, I hate this demon devil, whichever one you are.
He says, "Did he say something stupid like untalk-toable?"
I hate this demon devil, whichever one you are. Oh, I hate this demon devil, whichever one you are. Oh, I hate this demon devil, whichever one you are. Oh, I hate this demon devil, whichever one you are. Oh, I hate this demon devil, whichever one you are. Oh, I hate this demon devil, whichever one you are. Oh, I hate this demon devil, whichever one you are. Oh, I hate this demon devil, whichever one you are. Oh, I hate this demon devil, whichever one you are. Oh, I hate this demon devil, whichever one you are. Oh, I hate this demon devil, whichever one you are. Oh, I hate this demon devil, whichever one you are. Oh, I hate this demon devil, whichever one you are. Oh, I hate this demon devil, whichever one you are. Oh, I hate this demon devil, whichever one you are. Oh, I hate this demon devil, whichever one you are. Oh, I hate this demon devil, whichever one you are. Oh, I hate this demon devil, whichever one you are. Oh, I
That's going to bring us down to that creature's dead. I know. Same with the Irenaeus. That's going to bring us down to Bob. What would you like to do as this devil kind of swoops over the top of people that are squalloping? Sure. Squalloping over the back there.
I'm going to be
I meant to say squabble, but...
shocked at what I'm seeing, but I'm noticing that I believe it is the... Which one is it?
The big creature in the middle?
Yeah, that's looking a little worse for wear.
Really bad, yeah.
I'm going to Eldritch Blast.
Nice. What does it look like when you fire out these 2 Eldritch Blasts?
So it's not going to... One's going to be for that creature.
Nice.
And the other one is... Wait, there is no other one, is there?
Just the woman that's flying.
Just the woman that's flying? Well, then I don't know if I would actually fire at the woman that's flying as of yet, based on what I've seen so far. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to take both of them at that other creature.
Excellent.
It's going to look like as I do some sort of symbol with my hands, almost like I'm opening the with the marvel and the time stone. You know?
Yeah.
So he does this sort of figure 8 with his hands, and as he comes to reaching out, you see these 2 sparks, and it's almost like pointer fingers, and it just comes out of the index finger, and it's bright yellow.
You literally just finger guns?
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna take that one.
Cool.
It's, finger guns, bright yellow, with the tips of his fingers turning red.
Nice.
And it's just a insane blast that comes out of them.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me 2 d20s. You're gonna add 6 to this roll.
23
and
24.
23 and 24. Both of those are going to hit. Go ahead and give me 2d10s damage.
2d10s. 0, which is a
10. It's full damage.
And a 6.
16 points of damage. Tell me how you handle this creature.
There we go. Is that the one that we're with?
Yeah,
nice.
big one.
As these 2 blasts come out of my finger guns, one of them hits the toe of the creature and zaps it up in the air. The other one hits it straight in the chest and explodes it into basically what I would say almost like a different dimension.
As it explodes, as its ichor splashes out, can I get dexterity saving throws from you 2, please?
Dexterity.
Yeah, you're going to roll a d20, and the top left of your screen, you'll see there, Hamish, where it says saving throws in the little square, little box, top left box. It says saving throws down the bottom. Your dex should have a +3, and you have advantage on this.
I believe you also have a +2 because you're within...
Okay, yeah, we'll add that after, yeah.
My dexterity says +0, so...
No, so see under... hang on, I'm looking at the wrong one. Yeah, so your dexterity saving throw is +0, but you have advantage, so you roll 2 dice and take the higher one. And then because you're standing near a paladin, you get a bonus on top of that.
Cool.
Yeah, 10 feet.
Well, my higher one's a 4, so I'm in trouble.
For a 6?
Yeah, because the other one's a 1, so...
Okay, what did you get there?
Saving throw, right?
Yes.
19.
19's beautiful, no problem. You dodge all this black ichor. A little bit of black ichor splashes on you. Roll a d100 for me.
Well done, Bob.
Where's the D100?
It's the 2 10s.
Did I do good?
Yeah.
10s.
Yeah.
35.
35. As you're standing there, you feel you've been chided as a child, like by parents maybe, and they might have kind of tugged your ear and told you you're naughty or something, and your ears start to feel like that again, like your dragonborn parents are kind of tugging on your ear, and both your ears rip off from your head and just kind of land on the ground and squelch themselves away.
Oh my god.
I didn't know
You're now missing your ears. Yeah. Excellent. Bob, anything else you want to do on your turn?
I'm gonna get closer to this woman flying in the air and just say, "Hi, who are you?"
She whips around at you with rage in her eyes.
Oh, that's not good.
Excellent. That's going to bring us down to Fibbers. What would you like to do?
Fibbers is going to look up, see the rage in the eyes of this slime woman, and grab one of the squids from his hand. Kind of like toss it up and down in his hand, like he's kind of testing the weight of it. Yeah. Look up, squint, throw the squid right at it, casting Hold Monster.
Hold Monster. Okay.
For a wisdom save of 16.
Okay, wisdom save of 16. Here we go. That is a 12 on the dice. What am I looking at? 12 plus 6 for an 8.
No!
As you cast that, she looks at you and she says, "You should be under my control. How dare you?" And she whips her attention around to you.
That's not good.
Anything else you want to do?
No, I have no bonus actions or anything, but I guess you'd see it fly by the flying lady, the squid, and maybe dissolve into like black shadow.
Beautiful.
And then reappear back.
Excellent.
On Fibbers' hand.
Beautiful. It's going to bring us down to Talgish. What would you like to do?
Talgish is just going to keep walking slowly.
Strolling.
Just strolling along.
Yeah.
And she's going to like lift out her hand and just like squeeze it in the air. And you see this like black smoke start to appear from the devil?
Yeah, devil.
Yeah. From under her collar, and then it forms into like this black spectral hand.
Yeah.
It just like latches onto her throat and starts squeezing.
Yes, Daddy.
Roll for that.
What is that? What are you doing?
Rolling.
What attack?
Can you not see, Jake? She's fucking
I'm
rolling.
rolling. It's chill touch.
Thank you.
It's a 19.
A 19 just hits, yes.
Excellent.
Now what she's doing now is she's rolling again.
I just didn't know what she was doing. I'm going to roll.
Picking up dice.
Okay.
And then she's going to roll.
2d8, yeah.
Yeah, rolling 2d8.
Excellent.
Yeah, so that is a 10.
What sort of damage?
Necrotic.
Okay, 10 points of necrotic damage. This darkness of death kind of creeps up from the hand, and she kind of flexes, and the hand disappears. But
No, the
she
hand
gets hurt.
stays there.
The hand stays there.
The hand will stay there, and it cannot regain hit points until its next turn. And the hand will
beautiful.
cling to the target.
Oh, cool. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, with that 10 points, she looks more miffed than anything. That's possibly the first damage she's taken in a long time. Beautiful. Excellent. Anything else you want to do there?
Just hear this little and sort of around the rib cage of the creature, another swirl of black smoke appears in a little spiral, wrapping itself around one of the rib bones. And then slowly forming into a shape, and it forms a kind of black, shaggy dog.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Hound of ill omen.
Yeah, you got your dire wolf there?
Yeah.
No, rest in peace.
In your extras?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Luke still has a hard time with the names.
Every time. Every time.
Excellent. What does your hound do? What is his?
Or I can conjure him midair and he can and then dive down.
He will take falling damage, but if you want to do that, absolutely.
Oh my God, the poor dog.
How tall up is she?
She looks to be about 20 feet in the air. Yes. 15 feet in the air, probably. Do you want to grab that ruler and hold it up right beside it, please, Danielle? right, hold it down against the ground. Yep, so she's 15 feet in the air. Yeah.
15 feet in the air.
Yeah.
I haven't looked up. So yeah, why not? I'm gonna conjure it. It's gonna like appear sort of spectrally there, and but not in full form, and then like twist up towards her,
Chomp her as it falls.
and it's gonna latch on and try and like.
Oh, try and pull her
Try
down.
and
So it's going to grapple her. Yeah, absolutely. Cool. If you want to go ahead and make an athletics check from your direwolf there, it needs to beat a 14. So it'll be a D20 plus the strength modifier. So plus 3.
It's a 10.
Okay, yeah. It tries to grab onto her and it unfortunately starts to drop. Does it get a second attack? Nope, just the one. Excellent. Okay. And it lands on the ground there, taking 6 points of bludgeoning damage, unfortunately. But it is out and ready to go. Anything else you want to do?
No, just keep strolling.
Beautiful. That brings us round to Hamish, top of the round. What would you like to do?
So as a newbie, I have a question about this. When it says that my rage lasts for 1 minute or 10 rounds, am I still in rage mode?
You are, yes, as long as you attack or are hit by something in this round.
Good, because after losing my ears, pissed.
Those are just crawling around.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Did they like reform as if he has no ears, or are they
They
bloody
tore themselves
stumps,
off. Yeah, there's bloody stumps.
bloody
You're in hell.
stumps.
Yeah.
I'm mad as hell.
Yeah.
What I'd like to do in this instance is to look at the little robot beside me and say, less talking to him, more hitting the bitch. I want to use all 3 of my turns to grab him, wind up, throw him at that cunt as hard as I can.
Go ahead. Give me. Do you?
I consent.
You consent. Excellent. With no problem at all, you grab him and you start to like hammer throw, like spin around in a circle. Can you go ahead and make an athletics check for me with advantage because you are raging?
And which dice is that?
2 d20s.
2
Yep.
d20s.
Yeah. Whenever ask you to make a check, it's always going to be that one. Yeah.
2 19s.
2 19s for a total of.
That would be a grand total of 38. And then
Jesus Christ.
I told you I was pissed. And one last thing. As I let him go, I
Oh, no,
yell out,
not the 19s
Yeah, I
together.
was thinking
no.
that it-
19 plus 7.
like plus 7, 19 plus 7. So that would be
20.
yeah, 20,
26, which is still fucking
So
good. Yeah.
And as I let him go, I want to yell out as loud as I can. Aim for the head.
Excellent. As you hurl him off, he goes flying through the air. That's going to bring us to you, Bastian.
Oh, it is my turn, eh?
Yeah, you're right after that.
Well, like, kind of like just nodding along as he grabs him and winds him up and throws. As he kind of let go, as long as it's for the Salvation Seekers, and he's gonna basically like jut out like Superman. The first hit is he's gonna try and just kind of clock her right under the
Yeah,
jaw.
go ahead and give me an attack roll. I'll give you advantage because rule of cool. I mean, she
of
did not
cool.
expect you to be thrown at her.
25 to hit,
25 absolutely hits, yeah.
and that'll be just a regular attack. Fuck's sake. 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice. You clock her. As you clock her, she immediately reaches for her sword to try and slash you as you're heading out.
So as I kind of come through her jaw on the top of the round, as I'm kind of leaving her, kind of going up above her, I'm going to try and bring it down on like the side of her head.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Attack.
Go ahead and give me another attack roll there. No advantage on this one.
Another 25.
Absolutely hits.
And this one I will do a first level smite.
Excellent.
So is she also, is she a fiend? Or
She's a fiend, yeah. Yeah. Pretty much anyone down here is a fiend.
3d8.
Yes.
All right. 23 points of damage.
23 points of damage. Excellent.
9 of that is just bludgeoning.
Excellent. As you clock her, you start to fly past her. Anything else you want to do?
No, still not going to do any bonus actions.
Okay. As you fly past her, she is going to whip around on her turn and take a swipe at you as you're kind of... that's off the table. That is a 18 to hit you.
No, misses.
Excellent. You go flying. Linden, can you pass me the Goliath Barbarian on the left there? The one on the far left.
She's not undead, right?
Yeah. That one there. Yep. No. The one on the left. Yeah, that one there. Yep.
I don't think so.
No, cool.
Thanks, yeah. Can you make a strength saving throw for me?
Yes, I can.
That's where it's
works.
You just dropped it.
12.
You hit the ground. You take 5, 6, 7 points of bludgeoning damage. She is then going to swoop down to you as you lay there prone, landing right in front of you, Bob. As she lands, she
Spit
takes
out
her
some
sword
nasty
out.
dirt.
What the hell, miss?
She's going to shoot you a look.
Bob, she is not a miss, and I'm going to pull my shield over me, trying to protect myself.
Okay, she's going to take 2 more hits at you.
Run away!
One of them is a natural 20.
Shit.
Can't run away!
And the other one is a 16.
The 16 misses.
Okay. As she swipes down at you with the natty 20, you're going to take 11, 15 points of piercing damage. 8, 16.
Stop counting.
27 points of poison damage halved. Which
nice.
is 13 points of poison damage. As that swipe comes down on you, she looks at you, Bob, and she says, "You'll all be answering to Zariel." That is going to be her turn. That's going to bring us down to...
Question.
Yeah?
Did she move past the hounds
No.
melee?
Nope, she flew over the top
Never
of it.
mind.
Yeah.
All good.
It's going to bring us down to Bob. What would you like to do with this terrifying looking Irenaeus?
It's all on you, Bob.
That's what she looks like.
Nice.
Hi, my name's Bob. I will. I'm gonna cast Mirror Image.
Nice. Bloop, 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 bloop. There's 3 images of you pop out. She says, "Pleased to meet you, Bob, and Bob, and Bob, and Bob, and Bob." Anything else you want to do there?
I'm also going to. So I'll use this, cast this, and I am going to poison spray her.
You've already cast a leveled spell as
So
an
I
action,
can't do that.
unfortunately. Yeah, you only have a bonus action left now.
Oh, my bonus action is
Nothing.
nothing.
Okay.
Yep, I will hold.
Okay, yeah. You're just there in front of this striking Irenaeus. She looks at you all and she says, "This material vessel is the property of Zariel." That's going to bring us down to Fibbers.
This material vessel be the property of Captain Aureus. And he's going to go boom with his squid blasts again.
Excellent.
what
Go
does he
ahead and
do?
give me... Go ahead and give me your Eldritch Blast.
I do my own Foley work. First one is a 10.
Misses.
Second one is a 20. No, 19.
Hits.
For 11 points of damage.
Nice.
It
As you hit
also
her.
knocks her back 10 feet.
Yeah, excellent. She just comes across here. Under the rib cage there. Stumbles. Excellent. Anything else you want to do there, Fibbers?
I just look over at Captain Aureus and give him a wink.
Captain Aureus says, "We're in way over our heads here. Let's get Cotton Eye Joe and get the fuck out of here." Aye, Captain. It's going to bring us down to Talgish.
Again, just strolling. I think Telgish is going to start, like,
Climbing up the ship.
touch the ship. Just reach out, touch the ship, and sort of...
It's like damp timber that you haven't felt damp timber before
Yeah.
in a long time.
She just sort of, like, strokes...
You're in hell. You don't get damp
strokes it
timber.
a little bit, the ladder,
Yeah.
and then starts climbing up with the movements of someone who's, like, hasn't done the action a long time, but their body kind of remembers what it is.
Yeah.
And as she sort of...
Some people say it's like riding a bike. I say it's like climbing a rope ladder on a ship.
A rope ladder onto a ship. As her head, like, pops up over the railing, she's just going to see... What the fuck's her name again?
You don't have her
Its name?
It's just Anna Renyes.
The Arenier.
Doesn't have a name. You haven't.
It's an araignée.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
it is a type of devil. Yeah, like
cool.
a pit fiend.
See
or
the
a chain
araignée,
devil.
and again, just like reach out and like squeeze the hand.
Another one of your. Yeah, excellent. Oh, it's to hit. Yeah,
That is a 23 to hit.
23 absolutely hits. As you choke her again.
That's just 4 points
4
of
points.
necrotic damage. But
Excellent.
the hand
Once
holds
again around
on,
the throat.
and
Yeah.
she cannot repair herself.
Excellent. Anything else you want to do there?
Oh yeah, and my Paparino is gonna sort of jump over to the appropriate rib.
Scurry on up to her.
And almost like waggle its tail like one of those police dogs that's in training. It's like, this is great. And I'm gonna get him to and a chomp.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a bite attack.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
What we want to do, and there's friendos in within 5. Anyone else within 5?
I mean, if you consider them friendos, yeah, absolutely.
What does it say? One of the wolf's allies.
Yeah, I mean, if you consider them allies, absolutely.
We're all trying to attack the same thing. That's what an ally is, right?
Yeah.
Not necessarily friends, but
Yeah,
allies.
beautiful.
Great. So that means I have an advantage. Anyway, so that's a 14 to hit.
14 will not hit her.
Damn.
As it tries to chomp into her, she kind of twists out of its reach. Anything else you want to do?
Oh, is it a creature?
Yeah, everything's a creature, technically. What you looking for?
Well, it says if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Yes, if it gets bitten.
If it gets hit?
Yeah, is that
Okay,
what it says?
that's fine.
I think.
I don't know. It's
is
not clear.
Is it under the bite thing?
Yeah.
Yes, so it's
Okay,
if
cool.
the bite hits.
If it
yeah.
hits.
Yeah, beautiful.
Sure, because it was a big doggo.
Excellent. That's going to bring us down back to the top of the round to you, Hamish. This woman's on the ground now, and she's kind of stabbed your robot friend. Your rage has unfortunately dropped, so you're like, but you can use a bonus action to bring it back in if you want to. But as your rage drops, you weren't frenzying, so I don't think you don't get exhaustion. Yeah, beautiful.
Now, from my understanding, she's underneath the rib cage, which is sort of above her, right?
Here she is.
So my plan is to jump up onto the ship, which is perched up against the rib cage, and then jump from the ship to the top of the rib cage above her.
Yeah.
Which I should have a little bit of a bonus there based on my inventory with the armor of psychic resistance scale mail, which I think gives me a little bit of a bonus to my stealth.
If you're going to make a stealth roll,
I'm not necessarily going to make a stealth roll yet.
No, it doesn't give you a bonus to your stealth.
It does not, okay.
What does it do? Scale mail psychic. It just gives you resistance to psychic damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind that then.
Yeah.
But my goal is to get above her.
Excellent. What is your foot speed there? 40 feet?
Yep.
So if you make an athletics check for me to get up on the ship here.
D10?
D20.
20. 1.
Okay. As you go to get up on the ship, you kind of climb up to the top, you jump, and as you jump, you slip and you fall, and you land prone. You haven't used any movement yet, but to stand up is half your movement. So you've got, as you stand up, there's 20 more feet of movement left as you land there. But you are not up on the ship, unfortunately, because that is a natural 1.
That is a natural 1.
Yeah. 20 feet of movement left, unless you want to use your action to run as well, which will be another 40 feet. But you won't have an action to do anything.
And how far away is the top of the rib cage?
To get up to the top of the rib cage, you've probably got like a 15-foot climb, 20 foot to get to just to the tip of the rib cage here.
All right, yeah. I'm definitely going to use my action again to move 100%.
And you jump up there 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. You can be anywhere on top of this rib cage.
Directly above her.
Okay, you are directly above her there. That is your movement and action. You have your bonus action left, but you're essentially right above the curved rib cage, standing on top, and it's just like...
With my bonus action, do I have my ice breath back?
No, you do not. You have to take a short rest in order
I'm
to...
going to breathe it on my axe to cool it down, but never mind.
Yes, unfortunately, you have to wait till you have an hour break.
An hour break?
Yeah. Or in a one-shot, you can do 10 minutes.
That's...
But, yeah. What would you like to do?
I'm going to just wait there.
Excellent. As you're on top there, that brings us down to Bastion, prone in front of her. What would you like to do?
Bob would probably see Bastion kind of like holding his shield as he's down, and his eye, his blue his dark blue eye will start to kind of like like fade in and out as like he kind of like lumbers himself up to his feet, kind of picks up like all leaning and kind of wounded, picks up the mace from the floor and kind of like kind of jolts his shoulders forward and kind of lifts his shield and he'll walk towards the demon lady, devil lady, sorry, demon devil. And yeah, I'll take some 2 hits. And
okay, yeah, take a couple hits at her.
16.
16 will not hit, unfortunately. You bounce off her plate armor there.
Ugh. 17.
Bounce off her plate armor again. No luck.
Sort of. The wounds are sort of he's kind of getting more and more jolty in his in his joints and stuff.
Yeah.
I'll see a bonus action. That's going to be it. I'm just going to kind of ready myself for...
Excellent. With this dog biting her, with you up in her face there, she's going to lash out 3 times at you. 2 times at you, once at you. There's 2 11s, so that's 2 19s to hit you, Bastion.
No.
Excellent. She takes 1 swipe at you, Bob. That's an 18 to hit you. Yes. It's going to hit. Okay, beautiful. You were going to take...
can I do a reaction?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Protection?
Yes, I will use protection I'll put my shield in front of old Bob and make her re-roll.
That's going to be a 12. Does a 12 hit you?
No.
Excellent.
Let's go.
As the shield, she's going to look at you and say, she's going to look at you and say, I'll be back. And she's going to take off into the air. Attack of opportunity with a melee weapon. Attack of opportunity with a melee weapon if you wish. And she comes up past the ribcage, not knowing that you're there. And you get an attack of opportunity after these 2. So we'll come to you in a moment.
And Puppo.
And Puppo as well. Yeah. So attacks of opportunity from all of you, please.
Is that an advantage too?
Puppo has advantage. No, you didn't take Sentinel.
I was like, should I?
That's let me triple check that. 21 to hit.
So 21 hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. What is her strength saving throw?
13.
That's a natural 20.
Okay. That's fine.
So as the dog bites her first, what did you roll? If you've got a
proficient in
dagger?
weapon fighting, so can I take both my daggers?
Just the one. Just the one hit, yeah.
20.
That'll hit. Yeah, go ahead and roll a d4 for me.
That is 13 points of piercing damage.
Nice. As the dog bites in, 2 points of excellent, yeah. The dog chomps onto her. You shank her with a dagger there. Bastion?
19.
19 will hit her.
All right. I can do a smite, right?
You can do a smite, yeah.
Sure. I'm going
How big a smite are you doing?
I'm going to go 3rd level.
3rd level smite. Fuck yeah. What's that, 4d8?
It's 2d8 for the smite.
Oh, sorry.
D8,
yeah, and then another 2d8.
another d8, and another d8 because she's
a fiend.
Oh,
yes,
fiend.
go ahead and give me that damage
6.
as you swipe out at her.
8.
As you clock her with the mace there.
20.
Nice shot.
35.
35 points of damage. Beautiful. She looks pretty bad with that hit. She actually tries to fly and kind of swoops a little bit, clips the top of the bone and comes up to you. She is trying to get away. What would you like to do there, Hamish? With an attack of opportunity, traditionally you would do a melee weapon attack, but you tell me what you want to do and I'll tell you whether you can do it.
I had a plan for this, and now it's all gone to
That's
Welcome to
usually the
D&D.
case.
Yeah. It's like, I'm going to do this, and then everything changes, and you're like, fuck.
How wobbly is she while she's flying?
Roll a real quick. Looking at her, you would know that she's a good a good decent hit away from not being able to fly any. Like she's not looking great. You guys have clobbered her a fair bit. I can't fucking talk tonight. You gather a decent hit with your axe. Good roll with your axe might put her out of commish. Plus your strength. Yeah. Are you raging anymore? No. Okay. Yeah. So you gather a good hit with your axe. Has to be a good hit with your axe. Could take her out.
Yeah, let's go for that.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me an attack roll. So it's going to be a D20 plus 7.
Natural 20.
How good does that feel? Go ahead and roll for me 2d12. They're the next one along. You're going to add 3 to this number. 12. Tell me how you handle this creature.
After telling my mate to go for the head, I'm going to swing this double-bladed battle axe at her neck as hard as I fucking can. Plan is to take her head clean off and send it baseball style into the river beside us.
And that's what happens. You slice through, and as you slice through, you tilt the axe, and her head, almost baseball, almost golf, like almost gets just kind of hooked off the side there and hits the river Styx, and the body crumples back down, hits the rib cage, hits the ground, and starts to sizzle and crumple to ash as she is put down. We are now out of initiative. Captain Aureus immediately kind of goes, Fibbers, you okay?
Captain, I'm fine. What about yourself?
I'm good. I'm going to go down, check on Milsa and Broadback. You got fort? You hold the fort down?
Aye, Captain.
Right.
I'll make sure nobody gets on board.
Right, okay. And kind of trots downstairs there. I hand it over to you guys at the end of the battle. As you say, I'll make sure no one gets on board. You see Talgish, this woman, just kind of pop over the side.
Just a little head. As the head is lopped off from the creature, you also see the hound almost instantaneously just into smoke and disappear.
Tell me true, are ye an enemy? Are ye a inhabitant of hell?
I live here.
You live here?
I think so.
Are you dangerous?
I don't think so.
That's a peculiar way of answering that question.
Well, I'm not sure.
Have you killed any pirates or any good seafaring folk before?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, I guess that'd be good enough for me for now, but you keep your distance, all right? Tell me, have you seen a parrot around?
No.
You've never seen a parrot around here?
I don't think so, no.
I'm going to ask, and don't be offended. Do you know what a parrot is?
And you see her look and think really hard. I'm going to do a check to see if I can remember what a parrot is.
Hey, yeah, go for it.
Is it 12? What kind of check is this?
This would be a history check. Or a nature check, if you wish.
I look in history or nature. Yeah, either's the same. That's a 13.
13, yeah. You know what a parrot is.
Yes.
Okay. What be your name, creature?
Talgesh.
Talgesh. You would know a lady by the name of Quadina, would you?
And Talgesh just sort of blinks at you in a way that's maybe somewhat reminiscent of Cordina. A slow blink. No.
I could have sworn, because it'd be only 5 minutes ago. I was having a chat with a lady called Quadina, a good friend of mine. She said if I ever met somebody with your name down here, to send her regards.
There's something in your memory, but there's not a lot you remember. You remember that there's not a lot you remember.
Well, that's very nice, I suppose. I don't really remember.
You'd be difficult to be communicating with. How long have you been living here?
Well...
why am I even asking? Do you know these people out here? I bet you don't know them either.
No.
As you look out over these people, what are you three doing?
as the body kind of drops, slump in front of us, Bastion will just kind of look down. Their souls belong to... sorry. And I'll knock him on the head. Their souls are now under the protection of the Salvation Seekers. I'm Bastion, and I'll reach my hands out on both sides to Bob. And Thank you. And I'll look up to where you would be. You're on the
Hamish.
ribcage, Hamish?
Yeah.
Hi. My name's Bob.
I've seen you around, Bob.
Where?
You're always just on the edge of this lake, and I've asked around and to see if you needed saving, but you seem fine.
Yeah.
Do you need help?
No. I think so.
You think you need help, or you think you don't need help?
Well, you see, I was trying to get some water for a friend, and now I have a longer leg. So, if you can help with that.
Oh, I'm afraid not yet. I can't help.
That was pretty cool, man.
Thanks, laddie. Out of curiosity, do either of you have a couple of healing potions on you? As I say this, I walk over to a pauldron brimming with fire, placing my hand axes on the edge, begin heating them up. Because if you don't, I'm going to have to do something to stop this bleeding on either side of my head.
As you hear someone asking for healing potions, Fibbers, you know you've got a couple of superior healing potions down below deck.
Hey, do you be friends?
That depends. What are your intentions here?
Well, as you can see, we've had a little bit of a crash.
Your soul is now under my protection, so yes, we're friends.
That sounds pretty friendly to me. Come on board. I've got a potion for you.
Could I get a lift?
Sure.
Oh, and be quiet, because I told the captain I wouldn't let anyone on board.
I'll lift Bob up.
Excellent.
Oh, wow.
Pretty nice, eh? It's the Twilight Jester.
Twilight who?
Jester.
Is it together, or is it?
As far as you can tell, it's together. You're on the top deck here.
Yeah,
It looks
okay.
like it's together.
How did you guys get down here?
And why are you here?
Better question.
To be honest, I don't really be knowing how. We kind of blew up a load of barrels and sunk into the ocean, I don't know. But why? Well, that's a different story. We're here for me friend, Cotton Eye Joe. Have you seen him?
I haven't seen anyone by Cotton Eye Joe, but I've heard the name.
Joe? My name's Bob.
Fibbers McGee, nice to meet you. And he puts out his hand.
You just see a small hand reach out, shake your one finger.
You haven't seen a parrot around?
Parrot?
Oh my god. Do you know what a parrot is?
As Cotton Eye Joe your parrot?
Cotton Eye Joe's his own parrot.
A parrot that's Cotton Eye Joe?
I don't claim to own any creature.
I haven't seen it, but I have heard it.
Yes, same. I think it's coming. Someone's yelling it at, I think, by the
What?
Lake of Fire or the volcano or somewhere down that
By
way.
the volcano, yes.
Oh, this be a great lead. Could you lead the way?
Is this a lost soul that needs protection?
Yes.
Then I will take you there. Fibbers?
Fibbers McGee.
Bastion.
Pleasure to meet you.
Hamish, and I'm
Hamish.
still bleeding out.
Fibbers,
both
sorry
sides.
there, Hamish.
And I'm still bleeding out both sides of my head.
And Fibbers goes over to a little stash in the corner and chucks you a healing potion. 2 healing potions.
Just tip them out. That's what they're there for. So that is
the
a
healing potions.
potion of superior healing. So you just rolled it.
Oh, that was one.
That's
potion.
a potion of superior healing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just rolled your healing potion.
So that's so count that up, and you add 8, and then scoop them back in. 24 points of healing as you pop the cork and glug 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 chug it down. As that happens, the wounds on your ears begin to heal,
Oh, no.
and your ears don't grow back, but you are no longer bleeding and gushing from the sides of your head there.
What manner of creature are ye that has no ears?
He had ears before.
You had ears.
Yes.
Can
That
you
isn't
hear
killer.
me?
Until our small friend decided to blow the thing up that I was on top of at the time.
It's a good shot, though.
So, I guess you guys live in hell. This is your place.
I am
Yeah.
charged with the protections of souls that do
Yeah,
not
you
belong.
said that. So, what does that mean?
There's a soul here in hell that does not belong here, or maybe deserves a second chance.
Do you not belong?
No, it is my purpose to be in hell.
Oh.
I'm surprised you never heard of me. I
Well-
sort of have a reputation with the demons and the hell ones.
Oh, now I know you.
I'm Bastion.
Bob.
Yes. Yes, Fibbers, I can help you receive this Cotton Eye Joe parrot.
Our Bastion, I'd be very pleased to have your help. Would you help me, Bob and Hamish? And Talgish, will you help me as well?
What do you hope to do with this parrot?
Are we going to bring him home?
Where's home?
I guess up the material plane.
I've heard of it.
You guys could come if you want.
It's very tricky to get back.
We could come.
Did Quidina give the crew away home? Or did she send us off?
Not that you know of.
Yeah, you could come back with us, no problem. We've got a ship.
I like ships.
Then of course I'll help.
Okay, perfect.
So at this point, you hear footsteps coming up. Right, I think it's sorted. The strangest thing, the bow of the ship healed itself.
Oh, hey, Captain.
Who the fuck are these?
Oh, these are our new...
At arms!
No,
Pulls out a saber.
Captain, it's okay. They
What?
know where Cotton Eye Joe is.
You know where Cotton Eye Joe
He's
is?
a lost soul in need of help.
He is. Yes. What are you?
I'm Bastion.
Captain Aureus. Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you all.
Bob.
Pleased to meet you, Bob. Pleased to meet you, Hamish.
Talgish.
Bless you. Right. If I'm right in thinking you're going to go get Cotton Eye Joe, I can hold down the fort here, make sure it's safe. Milts is on the mend and Broadback's a steady fighter. You're going to be needing a healing potion. So take that. That one's all used up.
Captain, thank you.
That looks like a shot.
What? It is. It's a little red shot. Yeah, this little red bubbly kind of thing that you could kind of throw down. It looks like it could be quite tasty. Captain Aureus says, Fibbers, do you know how we're getting out of here?
Having a word with you for just a
Of
quick
course.
moment,
Chat amongst yourselves. We do this quite often. You'll get used to it.
Bob just comes and walks over to us, sits down right in between you guys.
Hi. Sorry, we're actually having a private conversation here. If you don't mind.
Okay.
Do us a favor. Take your pointer fingers, hold them up like this,
Yes.
and put them in your ears like that.
Whoa, don't do that, Bob. Don't do that, Bob. I've seen what he does with his fingers. Don't put them in your ears.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sorry? What were you saying?
How about we go down?
Captain, I think that'd be a good idea.
I start walking with you guys.
I close the door behind us and lock it.
Bob just hits the door with... Ow.
Sorry, we'll be out in a second.
Captain, okay, two things.
What?
Very uncomfortable. You're sending me out with these lot. I don't know. They're a bit weird.
But you know Fibbers better. You know Fibbers. You know Cotton Eye Joe better than me.
I'm going to do it. I'm just letting you know. A bit anxious about it. Number two.
Right, noted.
I told them that we could bring them back in exchange for their help to the material plane.
You have any idea of how to bring someone back from hell?
Captain, that's why I pulled you aside. I have no fucking clue. So
He leans in and he says, I know not a lot about you, Fibbers, but I'm well aware that you've got powers.
Captain.
And someone that gives you those powers. I think if you ask someone who has powers, the guy that either gives you the powers or maybe someone here, they might be able to give us a hand in getting out of here. I don't much fancy making deals with devils, but if it gets us out of this place...
Okay, so Quidina didn't say anything to you?
Quidina never fucking says anything.
That's what I love about her, though, you know. She keeps on her toes.
Right, yes.
Okay, then. I'll figure it out as we go, I guess.
Probably best, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll
Okay.
keep an eye out. I'll make sure everything's safe here, and I'll try and get the ship turned around and I guess back on the river. Maybe that's the best bet.
All right. Captain.
Right.
And Fibbers opens the door.
Bob's there.
Steps around Bob and goes,
All right, well, good news. If you want, you can all be new members of the Twilight Jester, and we'll bring you back, no problem. Easy peasy.
What did you say?
Word for word. Well, good news is I think you can all be members of the Twilight Jester. You can join our crew if you want, and we can bring you back to the material plane.
I'm glad
Easy
you repeated
peasy.
it.
Go, Chester. Go, Chester. Go.
We'll
Chester.
work on that.
Oh.
We'll work on that. So, does that sound good?
Aye, Hamish, I'll agree to that.
There's a lot of good healers up in the material plane. Maybe you could get your ears back. And there's a lot of lost souls up there too.
No, I'd have to come back, but I'll gladly take you.
And well, if I know Quidina, there's something up there as well, and so maybe you could talk to her.
Oh.
And Bob.
Maybe you'll find your brain.
Bastion, you said something about Lake of Fire. Is that right?
Well, I've heard the name Cotton Eye Joe being shouted quite painfully, but You know, there's
Well,
a
how
lot.
did it sound? I need to know.
It sounded
Just so
like,
we're not chasing another Cotton Eye Joe.
He just fucking said painful.
But I
Yeah,
think I can
but-
give a more accurate, and he'll
He
kind
has
of
a very recognizable voice.
His eyes will kind of like just like flick off as he like kind of spends a moment like in his own thing, and then like it opens green, and it's like Cotton Eye Joe.
Oh,
Cotton Eye
that's
Joe.
him. That's him.
It hurts so bad, Cotton Eye Joe.
No.
Captain Oris
And then
comes
he-
running up on deck and says, "Did you find him?
No,
Did you
Captain,
find
no.
him?"
But we've got a good lead.
Could
No.
have said that. Could have sworn that was him.
I know it. You close your eyes, it's nearly like the real thing.
Milsa, broad back, come running up as well.
Milsa, get back to bed. You're no.
Right, this of course.
Okay, let's go. Lead the way.
And as you step off the Twilight Jester through the rib cage of this strange creature, away from the winding river of Styx, heading out towards the
my
mountain
bucket.
line that shifts, the enormous, what looks to be an enormous dragon skull on the horizon, strange towers, strange burning monoliths. We will go ahead and leave part 1 there.
One of the one shots.
Leader of the Mind Flare.
Thank you for listening to Theater of the Mind Flayer. If you like what you heard, give us a like, give us a review, rate us 5 stars. If you want to hear more, follow us on Patreon for more exclusive content and extra goodies. And make sure you follow us on all social media, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Theater of the Mind Flayer or at mindflayer_pod. Thanks.